Hey everybody, welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. And most importantly, I believe we have fixed, famous last words, fixed the technical difficulties. It's very nice. Let's all breathe together in a nice kind of... Anyway, this is a predictions reading concerning the farmers' protests. There was another one today in London. That's London town. And basically, this was kind of mentioned several times by Monique and Shirley. And I was pondering myself, how's it gone? Because what I could gather is that I can't see much media attraction to it. I don't understand what's going on. So that's why I decided to do this. For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Before we go through this shenanigans, a little bit of housekeeping. Just a smidge. Just a kind of little thing. Basically, you will be seeing over the next couple of days videos that are going to be scheduled in the future. Obviously, it is policy here on this channel to premiere all videos so that you have an opportunity. We all have, as the village, the greatest good village, to talk to each other, get to know each other, communicate with each other, and basically flirt outrageously. And that is always going to happen. But obviously, with Christmas coming up and New Year, and I'm planning to get frightfully drunk, scheduled it and everything. I'm pre-recording and putting stuff up, so you will be seeing a lot of things popping up on the in different playlists and stuff that is coming up into the future. So just so you know, you will be able to go into them if you wish and click the notify button so that you, shockingly, will get notified when they go live, or you can just, as you normally do, just get notified sooner to the time when it goes to the public. All right. So I just thought I'd mention that as that will be rolling out over the next day or two. So you're aware. Anyway, so let's get into this farmers' protest. How is it going to go? Holding on power. Oh, dear. That feels more like Labour. Manipulate. Burnout. Yeah, this is Labour. Support role. Support role feels like... That feels like that feels like DEFRA or something like that. It may not be, but it's definitely a government entity and a government organisation. Let's find out a little bit more here. Surveillance. Resigning from office. We keep getting that. Fake news. So already, just for the new boys and girls, we always check kind of what cards are touching which what and that malarkey. Stop me if it's getting too complicated. But basically, there's some sort of spin that's going to try and come out here. Some sort of manipulation. And I think that's another helicopter. There's been so many helicopters going over. Like military ones. Has anyone else noticed that? Just comment down below if you've, the big kind of ones. It's really weird. And now my ear's ringing as well. Screaming at me. Bloody hell. Yeah, there seems to be something going on. But if roughly say where you are, if you're in the UK, and roughly kind of if you've noticed an increase in that kind of stuff. Obviously, I don't want your postal address because obviously I'm not going to send you a Christmas card, and But it's just very weird. Like today, especially, it's just been constant, very odd. So yeah, the fake news is going to be some sort of spin here. From this department, from this kind of... Yeah, I'm just double checking whether it's a department or some form of kind of NGO kind of spin doctory kind of play. It feels more a Department of Government, to be clear, like DEFRA or something like that, or the Environment Agency or something like that. Yeah. There's a record of specifics. I think there's minutes here. There's some sort of that I think are going to be edited with the manipulation card. But notice how basically the same girls turned up, resigning, leaving office. Obviously, that's burnout, public life burnout. Very much a manipulation. People being pressured to leave, and they will. Imprisoned. I may need to get the dinky deck to clarify on this. It's a bit vague energy-wise. It's a bit... for the new boys and girls, if you imagine energy like sound, everyone's seen it digitally, kind of on the screen, kind of back and forth, up and down, up and down. When I need to clarify, it's kind of a whisper. It's kind of like it's barely registering, but it's there. And I will clarify that in a sec, just to kind of find out. Explosive situation and consequences, which we're getting quite a lot over here. This feels like a backhanded deal. There's some sort they're going to manipulate it over here, but there's like they've painted themselves into a corner. They, government agency, people involved, that kind of thing. Overarching energy, uprising, yes, the protesting itself. Underlying energy, heavy burdens. So let me just go and get the... hold on, let me move it down a bit so you can see. Let me get the dinky deck just to see. Can we clarify a little bit more of this imprisoned, detained energy, please? For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Because it's coming about... The energy is kind of coming around both ways, if you get me. Kind of painted into a corner, detained, hence having to leave the office, but also done a manipulative type thing that they shouldn't have done, against the rules, against the law, hence detained. So it's like, can we clarify imprisoned, detained, please? So it's... The energy is not changing. It's not clarifying itself, which I'm a bit chariot. So it's moving on, kind of energetically, rushing ahead, determination, that kind of energy. Queen of Cups, the one in charge for me, the Queen of Cups, of the Cups. Shockingly, she wouldn't be in charge of the wands now because she's Cups, but. She, unlike the king, who's strong and, but is a little bit, has anxiety and all that kind of stuff, quite a little bit anxious with emotions, being a bloke. The queen is very strong, secure, balanced, emotionally kind of grounded, that kind of energy. So it feels very much kind of... it's definitely throwing somebody under the bus to kind of move the situation on. Doesn't feel as if they've necessarily done anything wrong. It's more of a front to change the conversation, to change the goalpost a bit. It just seems very manipulated. But the consequences, the damage is already done. Just so you know, there will be a video, if you're watching this in real time, tomorrow, because a lot of people keep asking about food shortages and that kind of stuff. And I know we've already done a prediction reading about that. But it's more current events, it feels like now. It's a bit closer together. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. It's coming out Thursday. So keep an eye out about that. But because obviously it's connected with the protests and stuff like that. But now we've got the base reading, the foundation to the reading. Let's build up with tarot and stuff like that. So then, More information, please. More information about this reading, please, for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. So, for the new boys and girls, it goes on layers. We go on layers here as well as what they're connected to. Just so you can read along. So we've got holding power, tower card straight out. It feels like the grip. I can't remember which film it is. You know, when they're holding tight, to the point where there's like blood coming from their hand. It's that kind of energy. It's like determination, but it's just not. It's not working. Nothing's working. Queen of Swords. Over the manipulation, the truth is coming out. Truth, knowledge, wisdom coming out. She can be a bit of a knee-jerk reactor, but unbiased, honest, truthful, cold sometimes. But it's just like, this is the facts. This is the Star card, divinely guided. So this is heading in the right direction. This is where it's meant to be going. Page of Wands. This department is trying to find a solution to get out of it. Any which way to get out of this. Any possibility to get out of this. But they're worried. They are, especially over the surveillance thing. People are watching. Too many people are watching. Too many people are informed. Hence the reason why I was actually, like I said, quite surprised there's no media, kind of mainstream media seems to be talking about it. Unless I've missed it, but it just doesn't seem to be getting any sort of traction, which says a lot, in my humble opinion. If you're not hearing about it, but we know it's happening, do you know what I mean? It's like, it says a lot about what control is being imposed, as it were. Burnout, offer of resignation. That feels very much an offer of resignation, leaving public office and all that kind of stuff. This, it's the spin. Fake news, balancing the situation with temperance. It's not going to work, though. So one person is going to offer resignation. Feels like health, family grounds. It's completely unconnected. It's unrelated. It's just like there's health issues, family, got to support, blah blah blah. Here's my resignation. That kind of energy. Page of Wands, though. So it's kind of a double whammy here. Page of Wands and the resignation coming through. It's like it's still not. They're trying to balance the situation, but it feels like it's just not going to be able to get away. So imprisoned. Ace of Wands. This is what I'm saying. This is the aha moment, the light bulb moment. They're trapped. Even this doesn't work, right? So plot and planning, scheming, Googling card, trying to work out a way of sorting it out. They throw. Oh, hello. They throw it out of out the office, as it were. It's like, oh, here's a leaflet, here's a thing, here's a tweet, here's something to try and change the subject. Doesn't work. Here's a resignation. Doesn't work. They're now trapped. Here's another idea to try and get out of it. But the people here, the explosive situation, they're enlightened. Okay, this is like, there's too many people knowing what's going on. Too many people witnessing it, keeping a tabs on it. Too many people are talking about it. There's too much going on that they can't get out of it. That's what I'm talking about here. It's like, oh, let's try this. Hence conflict. Everyone's like, no, it's not working. It's not going to work. You can throw as many kind of spins. You can throw as much shenanigans. It's like this is the example, which is relevant because obviously it's all farming at the moment with the Arla rubbish with the milk. The amount of, because Erin Dawes is following this with great interest. Like the amount of tweets that I've seen, they've seen about the like Lurpak is practically being given away. Normally it's like £4 something, but I saw tweets where they were reduced to 40p or something like that in a supermarket, and people still weren't buying it. No, it's like enough's enough. This is what I'm on about here. They're just holding their ground. Every direction they're holding their ground. They cannot move. No matter all the usual things they try to do ain't working. None of it's working. So no matter how many times they try and rebalance the situation, no one's blinking. No one. The consumer's not doing anything and supporting the farmers. The farmers aren't doing anything. Do you see what I mean? It's like no one's changing their position, and the only ones that keep changing their position is the government, or departments, which shows the weakness of their position and situation. In my humble opinion, if you're so committed to it, no matter how many times you spin it and you still keep spinning and it still ain't moving, it still ain't changing, you know you're up a certain creek without a paddle. And this is kind of what we got here. People are tuned in, on board, totally up with it. Hence the damage is done. Consequences. Suddenly the King of Wands. Suddenly notice the passion on both sides though. Yeah? Government, kind of industry, the pushback from the working people, you and me. And then we've got the King of Wands down here. The new way forward, vision, intent, passion, the way forward. Compromise is basically what I'm saying. Four of Cups, overarching energy. All this contemplation down here, this reflection, all this kind of rigmarole. It's going to have to end up with this, like, taking the hit on their side. No one's going to blink. Taking the leap of faith. Exactly. Finally going, you know what, lads, this ain't working. This ain't working. We've got to blink. And that's where the change really happens. I like this. Now, let me just go and get the Kipper deck, because something is calling me in the Kipper deck. Let me just oh, hello. Cool. Wow. They just exploded everywhere while I was trying to shuffle. There we go. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Thank you very much. While I'm doing this, would be a great time. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and ding-a-ling that bell. Come and join the Greatest Good Village. It takes a village to support everybody. That is what we do here. And also, thummy, that'd be brilliant. And comment down below suggestions for future readings. That'd be absolutely amazing. So, let's have a look. 3 cards here. The Greatest Good for all concerned. Thank you. And a cut. Lovely. Distant horizons, eyes on the prize, literally what we were talking about here. Yeah? It's going to take a little while to get there, but we're getting there. Okay? Coffin, death card in this deck. Kind of end of a cycle, beginning of a new. Rebirth, reborn. Okay? Wealthy man. That's the industry. That's the big farmer. That's the, sorry, not the big, quite literally, but not the pharmaceutical farm, the big, oopsie. Marriage, overarching energy, coming back together, trying to work out a better solution. But I feel like this is the beginnings of cleaner food, simpler food, quality food. Yeah, this is the time where things come back into sync. So, right, what's the advice as we move forward here for the farmers and that kind of thing? So everybody should just hold their ground. They're losing their grip. They're trying to hold on to the power, but the tower is here. It's like the chaos is ensuing. It's just that nothing is working. And it is amazing, just as a little footnote, really, just as I admire from afar the arrogance of people. It's just from over here in my comfortable chair. It is amazing how it's like everyone knows it's their fault, their incompetence, and yet no one, like the arrogance that they're not trying to save themselves. They're not trying to I just can't understand it personally. If like you and me, right? If you were on a sinking ship, you would put in your resignation. You would kind of like, I don't want anything to do with this, lads. Thank you very much. We've tried, failed. I'm leaving. Thank you very much. You can go down with this. I'm going to go somewhere else. Screw you guys. I'm going. That kind of energy. Yeah, you don't stick around, but it's like they are. It's just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. So, King of Swords, more truth. King of Swords is fascinating because it's listens to his court, listens to his advisors, and then takes informed, educated decisions. So after the squeeze, holding on to power for dear life, then we got the tower. The chaos is still ensuing. Don't know what to do. Finally, they're listening and like, okay, lads, we'll do so. He's the only one that actually makes eye-to-eye contact as well. So it's like, all right, we're gonna step down from our position. We've listened. Here is a new way of approach. That kind of energy. So it is coming, right? It is coming. 6 of Cups, going back to more of a traditional way of doing things. Here we go. 4 of Swords, calm the F down card. On the Star card, it is reducing. People are like, okay, we hear you. We like your money. You need to spend it our direction. We're finally going to collapse this. We're going to, that kind of energy. Page of moving on. Moving on into a new direction with the 8 of Cups here. We've got the High Priestess following their intuition finally. Listening to their downloads instead of this arrogance, finger in ears, stubbornness, la 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 kind of energy they're doing right now. The Moon card following their intuition again. Moving on, 6 of Cups. That's 6 of Swords. From stormy waters into calmer shores. It's amazing how this persistence, just keep it up. Just keep it up, no matter what. Just stay where you are, because they can't. Celebrations, there you go. 6 of Pentacles with the community, the awakening. Yeah, so they're celebrating it behind closed doors with the Ace of Wands, and they're like, oh, finally, damp their brow, kind of sweat and all that rubbish. And now it's like 6 of Pentacles. Our side. It's a lot more kind of chill, relaxed, balanced approach. Oh, brilliant. Well done, us. Empress. Harvest, quite literally. Surrounded by her harvest, her mindset, her skill set, her understandings, all that kind of stuff. So it's like back to how things were traditionally. Okay? None of this, I feel like this is going to be a domino effect. No more adjectives, no more this, no more that kind of... People are really wanting the clean approach, that kind of thing. Overarching energy, 3 of Pentacles, new foundations, new way forwards. And then we've got underlying energy, the Queen of Wands, passion. She's very much kind of, I believe she's the only queen that also looks forward as well. So it's kind of, this feels very much like our side, you and me. The King of Swords is very much their side, the cold-heartedness of government, that kind of thing. And they're both looking eye to each other. Finally, they're understanding. Finally, it makes sense. Hence the new foundations. Awesome. Hence the marriage coming together. Yeah. Brilliant. Just hold your ground. Hold your ground. So to finish off, this is truth, knowledge, wisdom for this spread, please. Any more truth, knowledge, wisdom for this spread, please? Hold on for a sec. Of course, coffee cough. I'm so sorry. So let's have a look here. Truth, knowledge, wisdom for this spread, please. Thank you. So, nightmare. Exactly. They're trying to escape the nightmare. Feeling out in the cold, isolated. They don't know what to do. Fury on us. Yep. And some. Yep. Trapped. Don't know what to do. Hence why they have to back down. Overarching energy. There you go. New horizons. Distant horizons down here. New horizons. This is the full card in this deck. Kind of where do we want to go? Where do we want to do? Exploring new opportunities, that kind of thing. Heading in new directions. All that good stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's repeating over and over and over again. They're trying to get away from this awkwardness. They've been blinded into this madness. And now, and this is the thing, this is going to be a domino effect. This is kind of snowball, domino effect, whatever metaphor you want to use. This is the change that's coming. This is what's happening. I feel as if the, you know what, I'm going to, this is just a quick little thing at the end here. Does this head towards the back down of the control of chickens and other stock? Is this, hold on for a second. Control of chickens from DEFRA. If you don't know, earlier this year, people had to start registering their chickens, even if they were just in their back garden. Not just chickens, all birds, canaries, all sorts, yeah, with DEFRA, which seemed to be very odd. First time in history. Quick communications, the 8 of Wands. We've got the Tower. Ooh, changes. 10 of Pentacles. See what I mean? It's just like, this is just the start. This is not the end. This is complete kind of taking control back. This is for the long-term viewers who've been here for a little while. This is Pluto moving into Aquarius, which is now, we're set there for another 20 years. And it's all about taking control back. Small business instead of big business. Small government instead of big government. All that kind of stuff. Just energetically, it's all kind of falling apart. It's crumbling apart. That's why they're desperate. And before, this is what I was saying before. Before, when we weren't in this energetic kind of space, these sorts of things to spin, change, people would get bored of it. People wouldn't, you and me would not keep going on about it. The energy is shifted. It's all about Aquarius and the little guy. People are not being fobbed off anymore. People aren't, they're sitting, they're staying. It's like, no, you change. You work for us. You change. And it's like, that's why they're just flapping. They're just flapping around. So anyway, we're going to leave it here because look at the mess we've made. If you enjoyed this, please thumb me. It genuinely helps out the channel, and I appreciate everyone who does it. Thank you so much indeed. Also, people that I haven't mentioned for a little while, our knights and dames of Spamalot, who share all these videos on all their different platforms and other social medias and stuff like that, and Facebook groups and all sorts. Thank you for that. Your kindness, your generosity of time, just to do that. It's overwhelming. Thank you so much indeed for everybody who's doing that. If you're new here, liked it, subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell. Please comment down below your thoughts about this shenanigans, and also, much more importantly than any of that, any suggestions for future readings. Remember to thummy like and vote up other people's suggestions if you see them there and you want to find out about them as well. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.